Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Guru. Please click on the like, share and subscribe button.
Hello friends, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to do a very important and interesting program, that is Armstrong number. So we will accept a number and check it is Armstrong or not. So first of all you should know what is an Armstrong number. Friends, consider there is a number like 153. If I want to check whether it is Armstrong or not, I will separate its digits and find out its cube, like 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube. It means 1 plus 125 plus 27, and it is 153 itself. It means, and it is equal to the given number. So I will say it is an Armstrong number. A given number is Armstrong if sum of the cube of its digits is equal to itself. It means first of all get the number, separate its digits, find out the cube, add the cubes and then check what is the result. If it is equal to given number, then it is Armstrong. Consider there is one more number 241. So I will find 2 cube, 4 cube plus 1 cube. So it will be 8 plus 64 plus 1. It will be 73. It is not equal to 241. So it means this number is not an Armstrong number. So friend, this is the logic that we have to implement. First of all, we will separate its digits, find out the cube of the digits and then add them. So let's do the program. So first of all, I have to accept a number from user. I said enter a number. So I accepted the number with the help of input function, converted it to integer and stored in n. Now what I have to do? Consider I entered 153 in n. Now what I have to do? I have to separate its digits. How can we separate the digits? There is one very simple logic. Divide the number by 10 and find out its remainder. So first time if I divide the number by 10, I will get 3. This 3 is separate. I got the 3 here. But now I want to separate this 15 also. The given number is 153 and I have to retrieve 15 from it. I can divide the number by 10. Let's see. Let's see. In this way I can get 15, but it is Python. Python will not stop division here. It will put a decimal here and it will divide further. But I don't want this. I don't want this. So what can I do? I will do floor division. Floor division means integer division. If I put double slash, then it will stop here only. Like this. Then in the quotient I will get this 15. So I got the solution. To separate the first two digits from a number, just simply divide that number with 10, and that division should be integer division with double slash. So first step achieved. I got 3 separately, I got 15 separately. But the next step is I have to divide these two digits also. I want 5 separately, I want this 1 separately. So I will follow the same process. I will divide 15 by 10. In the remainder I will get 5. And I will again divide 15 by 10. Integer division to get 1. Alright. So friends, this is the logic. These two statements we have to repeat multiple times to get the different digits of the number. But how will we stop? It means these two steps are performed again and again. So we can put these two steps in a loop. But where will we stop? It is very simple. We will continue this process until the given number is greater than 0, until we get the number greater than 0. That will be our condition. Let's see. I said while n is greater than 0, find out the remainder as n modulus 10 and change the number as n floor division by 10. Let's print the value of r. And print the value of n. Save the program. Run the program. Yes. It is saying enter a number. I entered 176. Let's understand this. I entered 176 in n. This is greater than 0. So r will be calculated as 176 modulus 10. So we got 6. Then n will be n floor division 10. So we got 17. The values of r and n will be printed. Then again this condition will be checked. Is n greater than 0? Yes, this n is greater than 0. So new r and n will be calculated. This is my n. N divided by 10 will give 7 as remainder. So we got 7 here. Then 17 floor division by 10 will give 1. So we got 1 here. Now this 1 is greater than 0. Yes. So again new r will be calculated. So my n is 1. When I divide 1 by 10, I will get 1 as remainder. That's why we are getting 1 here. When I divide this 1 by 10, in integer division, I will get 0 as quotient. That's why I got 0 here. Then again this condition will be checked. Is 0 is greater than 0? It will say no. Then the loop will stop. So that is the point that we wanted. That is our terminating condition. Friends, if you see carefully here, I got the digits separately. This one, and this one. Now what I have to do? I have to find out its cube and add those values. So let's take a variable sum. I initialize it with 0. Now no need to print these values. That was just for understanding purpose. Now I said sum equal to sum plus cube of the digits. So cube means multiply the number by itself 3 times. Simple. So I calculated the sum of cube also. Now when this complete loop runs, after that I have to check whether this sum is equal to this given number or not. Alright, so I can put a if condition. But if you see carefully, in our loop we change the value of n. Initially if n was 153, after loop, inside the loop it will become 15, it will become 1, then it will become 0. So to compare this value with sum, what should we do? We should save this value in another variable also. So I declare one more variable x and I store n in it so that I can use it in the if condition. Now I will check if sum is equal to x. If it is true, then I will say it is an Armstrong number. In the else part, I will say it is not an Armstrong number. Let's save the program and run the program. Enter a number. I entered 153. I got it is an Armstrong number. Now run this program one more time. I entered 248. It is not an Armstrong number. Now let's understand the whole logic one more time. In n, I entered 153. In the second step, I saved the same value in x. So my x will be 153. Then I set sum equal to 0. So I stored 0 in sum. Then I check while n is greater than 0. N is 153. 153 is greater than 0. Yes. So value of r will be calculated as n modulo 10. 153 modulus 10. So my r will be 3. Then value of n will be n integer division by 10. So n will be 15. Then sum will be calculated as sum equal to r into r into r. So sum was 0 and r is 3. So 3 into 3 into 3, 27 will be added to sum. Right? Now this value n, this is greater than 0 because now this condition will be checked again because all these statements are inside the while loop. N is greater than 0. Yes. Again r will be calculated as n modulus 10. So this time r will be 15 modulus 10. It means the remainder will be 5. N will be calculated as n floor division by 10. So 15 floor division by 10 will give 1 as quotient. Now the sum will be calculated again. Sum equal to sum plus r into r into r. R means 5. So 5 into 5 into 5. It means 125 will be added to sum. Then due to this while condition, it will be checked again. Is n greater than 0? Yes, it is greater than 0. Now new r will be calculated as n modulus 10. So 1 modulus 10. When we divide 1 by 10, it gives 1 as remainder. So r will be 1. Then I calculate n equal to 1 floor division by 10. It will give 0 as quotient. Alright, now new sum will be calculated as sum equal to sum plus r into r into r. So 1 into 1 into 1, it means 1. It will be added to sum. Then again condition will be checked. While n is greater than 0, now our n is 0. 0 is greater than 0? No. The loop will stop here. Cursor will come outside this loop here. And now I will check if sum is equal to x. The value of sum will be 27 plus 125 plus 1. It will be 153. And the value of x is already 153. So sum is equal to x. Yes, it is an Armstrong number will be printed on the screen. But in case consider this was not 153, it is any other number. Consider it is 253. Then instead of 1 we will have 2 everywhere. So first time quotient we will get 25. Then we will divide 25 by 10. So second quotient will be our 2. Third time our remainder will be 2. But our quotient will be again 0. As value of r has changed to 2. So here we will have 2 into 2 into 2. 8. So 27 plus 125 plus 8. It will be 160. But the given number is 253. Both the numbers are not equal. Sum is not equal to x. So we will get a message it is not an Armstrong number. Alright friends, so in this program we learned two different things. One is how to find out a given number is Armstrong or not, and second, how to separate the digits of a given number. It is very simple. Whenever you want to get the digits separately, divide that number by 10, find out its remainder, and integer divide that number by 10 in the second step. So I hope you must have enjoyed this session and it must have helped you in your programming also. So thank you so much for watching. Please click on the like, share and subscribe button. Stay home, stay safe, and keep learning.